Hey everyone, welcome to a RetroDeath's celebration! It's been to this day, November 3rd, as I'm recording this video, exactly 8 years since I've uploaded my first video. And we're gonna say...
8 years?
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Dude,
it's
you have
like...
1700 subs!
I'll explain why that is. I mean, come on, it's like what, 1700, that's a good number! No?
8!
Okay. Well, in this video, there will be a real RetroDeath celebration. We're gonna talk about the birth of RetroDeath. You're gonna have top 5 videos, random videos, YouTube history shit. It's gonna be a really cool celebration of everything, of these past 8 years. Of me being on YouTube, actually of me making videos on YouTube. Let's go! So, 8 years since my first video. I've been on YouTube for over 10 years. So why the fuck do I only have 1700 subscribers? There's a very easy explanation for this. So like I said, 8 years since my first video. Now I started YouTube basically since 2006, but for the first 2 years I've done nothing but watch videos. You see, often these days people will... That's a nice story, Grandpa. People will talk about the cancer of YouTube. When they talk about the cancer of YouTube, people now name like Crap Gamer, Leafy is here, that kind of shit, you know. But back in my days, when I started watching YouTube videos and everything, that was Fred. The fucking cancer, that was Fred. The dude that at one point was the most subscribed YouTube, back when it was like 10 million, 1 million, I don't even remember. And he was so fucking annoying, and it was the worst shit on YouTube, and still to this day this fucking cancer haunts me. I think by now he's long gone. But yeah, that's how long I've been on YouTube. So like I said, for the first 2 years I've done nothing but watch videos. I saw back when Cinemassacre, the Angry Video Game Nerd, still had like what, 10,000 subs? And I've witnessed Monster Madness, one of my favorite parts of Cinemassacre, from the first day it was made, and I've watched these videos through the years. There's people like Deceased Crab, one of my favorite Let's Players. One of the only 2 Let's Players I watch actually. There's Deceased Crab and Proton John, the only 2 Let's Players I watch, because why would I watch people play video games that I want to play myself? I don't see the point in this. There's people like Actar Kid who does like anime reviews and figure reviews and that kind of shit of anime, who I've been watching for over 8 years. There's people I've literally stalked for a third of my fucking life. I'm 32 now. I started watching YouTube videos when I was like 22 or something. There's people I still stalk today. It's been amazing. I love watching YouTube videos, and that is why I came to YouTube, to watch YouTube videos.
Hello!
Right, you! What's all this banging and smashing?
I'm building something to deal with the black holes!
You mean black hole?
That's right!
You've made more black holes, haven't you?
Yes! 52 big ones!
Why? Why would you do that?
To get rid of the smaller ones, you stupid face!
What? No! Why would using bigger ones to get rid of the smaller ones ever work?
It's like science!
It's not like science.
Well, for that old lady!
What old lady?
The one that swallowed the fly!
She died.
That's right! Of success!
She did not die of success.
That's loser talk, loser!
And so she's like finally managed to print it after ages, and I was standing there like, and I could see myself, like there was a TV screen, like I don't know where, and it had footage of work around the shop, as if anyone could steal anything from that shop. All it is like the biggest photocopier ever. I don't think you'd be hard pressed to shoplift that. Yeah, I'm standing like behind her to the side of her like, I hate you, will you please hurry up, fucking hurry up before I scream. And I was like, I had visions of seeing in that little thing, but not seeing myself, but just seeing like an out-of-body experience of me just smashing a fucking head into the photocopy, and like, you know, there's like a paper feed thing, just like shoving her into the photocopier because she was so annoying. And then like I was already this angry, and then like she'd already said, okay, I'm gonna have to charge you, but I was like, okay, 20p, that's not that bad, like to charge me to print something, you know, that's the charge, it's fine. I mean, even though it's, you know, just an experiment, and normally I would have expected them to just be like, oh, we'll try out the first few, and then, you know, when it's actually starting to work, then we'll charge you from that. No, she's like, okay, so that's £1.20, please. I'm like, why is it £1.20? Sorry, why is it £1.20? And she's like, oh, because of the download charge. I'm like, what? She's like, well, yeah, the download. I was like, she goes, well, you're actually lucky I didn't charge you £5 for the download charge. I'm like, what? So now you're like being even more of a bitch? What? Why would it be £5? And I'm like, okay, so out of interest, what is the download? Why do you have to charge for that? She's like, well, because I've been standing here for 10 minutes. Like, oh my god, serious.
Why are people in grocery stores like this? Because then he looks into my basket and he's like, oh wow, looks like someone's going to a party tonight. Fuck off, that's how much I eat. Shit, man, what is this?
I wonder if the actual man in the photo knew how to play the banjo. Was he just posing with it, or could he have actually been playing something when this picture was taken?
What am I doing here? Motherfucker, Super Nintendo. Fuck is that?
Had this cover looked anything like it was supposed to, it wouldn't have been as interesting. There's thousands of generic space shooters out there, so this was an unconventional yet ingenious way to make it stand out from the rest. It worked because after all these years, we're still talking about it.
First person I ever subscribed to was Xnatco. Xnatco was a young girl living in America, vlogging, talking about her life, and she was my introduction to vlogging in general. From there on, I built up this web of vloggers, of all these people that just talked about their lives, and that's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. So after a while of watching Xnatco and these other people, I started vlogging myself, and that's why I started with the vlogs. And then slowly but surely I found gaming channels like Cinemassacre, like the Angry Video Game Nerd, and like Juario and the Irate Gamer and all that stuff, and I found all these people who just made random entertaining videos, and from there on I found people who combined the two and vlogged about games and that kind of shit, and who showed off their collection. And so slowly, after doing some vlogging, I started doing a couple of gaming videos here as well, showing off some of my games. And it just built from there. I found out all these people, and it is sad that in this day and age people like this are so hard to find, because YouTube has been commercialized as fuck since Google took over. But some of these people are still around. A lot of the people I used to watch aren't around anymore, but in general people who do this stuff are still around. And that is the kind of stuff I prefer seeing most. People who are themselves, who don't make this whole giant show. People who share what they love, and that made me start making videos. Xnatko is the person who made me want to do videos. If she would not have been online, chances are very high that I would not have started making videos myself. Even though I found other people afterwards, other vloggers, other people doing all these kinds of amazing things, she drew me in because it was a glimpse to me of seeing America. Not via the TV, but via actual real people. That sounds so dumb somehow. But that is what it felt to me, and that is what drew me in, and that is what I love about YouTube. Finding out these interactions with people, finding out how people live, how people are all across the world. And that's what I'm just doing. I'm just sharing me. I'm sharing myself. And that is what I always say when you subscribe to me. I'm not a gaming channel. I'm not a metal channel. And I am not a vlogger. I'm not anything of what you find. You subscribe to me because of me, because of my opinions, because you like seeing the things I like, because I talk about the things I love, because I like sharing, because I have opinions about metal, I have opinions about video games, and my channel focuses for the most part on gaming and metal and rants and vlogs and that kind of stuff. But I do whatever I want, because when you subscribe to my channel, you subscribe to me. And that is what I used to find in people back then, and that I still look for in people today. There are still people that I watch today that are real like this. People like Delta Knight and Professor Headtrack and Burning Feathers, man, you gotta come back. Another person who disappeared. And there are so many people who just share who they are, and that is what I care about. That is what I want to do. That is what made me start out on YouTube.
And I do apologize for my hair again. I know I always apologize for my hair when it's out, but I just don't like it on, like, because you see 2D and you don't see 3D. I don't even know if that makes any sense, but I thought if I'd say it, I'd sound a little smarter. Anyways, yeah, but I do, yeah, my hair's up. Okay, so the way this video is gonna work, I'm gonna put up, a thing on this little box thing, of the question that I'm going to answer and who asked me it. Okay, I'd bring a computer with wireless internet so I could tell people that I was on this deserted island you people speak of, and be on YouTube at the same time. 2 in 1. Alright. The second thing I would bring with me is my whole house, because it's a thing, so I'd bring the whole thing. And third, I'd bring a highlighter, because I like highlighting things.
I came to YouTube to see vloggers. That's why I came initially, vloggers. Like people like Paper Lilies and Chemical Jordan, people who no longer are around. And that's my first video in 2008, November 3rd, was a raper's day out, when there was this news article in France about this raper who was sitting in court and who wasn't guarded, and he walked out of the fucking courtroom. That was my first video. Holy shit, please don't look that shit up. Everybody, like the 100 people that will watch this video will look that shit up. I hate my first videos. So fucking cringeworthy, the terrible English, the super bad camera quality. But still, I love doing this. I loved vlogging. I loved interacting with people. I loved seeing vloggers, and that's what I wanted to do originally, making vlogs about random everyday bullshit. So while there's all these YouTubers I used to watch back in the day that 8-10 years later aren't even around anymore. So many people not only stopped making videos, there are people who actually died by now, who can't make videos anymore. This breaks my heart. People like Drew Wario. He still is technically one of my favorite video game guys. I started watching him when he had like 10 subs. I was in his 50 subscriber celebration videos all those years ago.
Now, 2 years later, there was a sequel made called Jump Ultimate Stars, but that's really another game for another.
You said you were going to.
All
I mean, you
right,
should
will
do
you
all
get
of
off
them.
my back already? Gameplay is essentially the same. Some of the character cards have different sprites, depending on which version you use. There's also a guard break that swaps out your opponent's character by pressing down plus B. A sorely needed essential, however, was the dash. Also, you can spend gems earned in battles to upgrade characters and get higher coma cards for them. And this is how you get more coma in this version. The menu is similar to Jump Superstars, but is in a different pattern. The addition of online play really adds a lot to this version. And I also think that it's a cleaner and more refined version of the two. And something I really like about Jump Ultimate Stars is that they brought back almost every single playable character from Famicom Jump 2. Momotaro, Ryo-san, Jotaro, Tachan, Tyson, and Goku. Unfortunately, Taruruto didn't make it back, but one can always hope that they do a third game. So, to wrap things up, fighting gamers will get a lot out of this title, as will the casual gamer who likes Super Smash Bros. Melee. And even if you're not a big fan of fighters, playing a game with your favorite characters from Viz Comics is always a bonus. Now, the story mode is difficult, no joke, especially if you don't read Japanese. The graphics are astounding. Each character has their own sprites, and each sprite is completely well done. Not only do they look like the characters, but they have personality too. This game is the only 5 out of 5 for language difficulty that I will probably ever review. You just cannot proceed without an FAQ about what criteria to meet to unlock more characters. And FAQs and walkthroughs are against everything that you can play this is. Complex fighting controls will naturally come to fighting game fans. Others will find it easy to pick up and learn through story mode, as it teaches you how to do moves as you go along. It's a fighting game, of course it's replayable, and you will definitely want to make new decks with your favorite characters from Shonen Jump. Jump Superstars can be found for about $15 to $40 online, but nowadays I wouldn't pay more than $25 plus shipping. Jump Ultimate Stars, however, is a bit newer, and so use your discretion about how much you want to pay. Now, there are many more tricks to this game, like how to make a deck correctly or which characters work well for each other. But this review is just so that you can get started playing on it. You know, I am kind of glad that I did a review of this game. Well balanced and creative, I really don't think that there's another fighting game like it anywhere out there. So while these games really aren't a you can play this, I gotta tell you, these really are definitely a you must play this. So thanks for watching. And be sure to leave written or video comments about what you thought of this episode, or about other games you might like to see me play in the future.
And I think the depression just got to him, and he's gone, he's no longer there. And I would be like, I think Juwario, he committed suicide because of his depression. And I love this video so much. He was so unique, and still to this day, if he would be around, he would be so unique when it comes to his gaming videos. And people like Zen Archer, my favorite vlogger, who I've started watching over 10 years ago as well.
Morning, afternoon, evening, as the case may be, in your part of the world. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Zen Archer, and I'm back at the hospital again, visiting Mom, and it is a rainy, dreary day out. Just rain everywhere. And I'm standing here and watching people go back and forth, and you know, when it comes to rain, I have always just kind of walked. Never increased my speed, often didn't have a raincoat or an umbrella, but I just walked. And it's not that I was smarter than anybody else or dumber than anybody else. It was just, if I'm going to get wet, I'm going to get wet. So then, not too long ago, Mythbusters, thought I said that wrong, but Mythbusters did a thing about running in the rain. And what they found, interestingly enough, is that those people who run actually get wetter than those people who walk.
10 years ago, and like at one point he made less and less videos, and turned out cancer had gotten to him, and he slowly started withering away through his videos. I helped him out too because he couldn't pay bills anymore back then. And at one point he was just gone, and his daughter posted a notice that he didn't survive the battle with cancer. And there's so many people that are just gone. Meanwhile, I'm still here. With only 1700 subs, what is it with that? So yeah, I might have made videos for over 8 years now. But I never really took YouTube serious. I never did. I made random vlogs, random bullshit. But I only seriously started taking YouTube serious, even though I always uploaded regularly. Sometimes I had breaks of months though, but I only took YouTube seriously since the beginning of 2015. Beginning 2015, I was like, man, I have like what, 500 subs I had back then, I think. I was like, come on, I can do better. Because I make these videos because I want to make these videos, because of the interactivity of it all. But it would be cool to have more subs, so I started taking shit more serious. I started getting a formula to my videos. I started doing less weird bullshit, less cringe-worthy stuff. I started focusing on metal and video gaming, the two things I love doing most. I figured if I have a specific direction to something, maybe it will draw more people to my videos. I started randomly. I still do vlogs. I love doing vlogs, but I do them dispersed throughout my other shit. That's the random vlog. I started containing my videos more. I made an intro. I changed my YouTube channel name. I used to be Ripley4077, based off my favorite movie, Alien, and my favorite TV show, MASH. But I mean, these numbers in that name, it always haunted me, so I changed my name. I looked up at random names. I spent a long time designing a new logo. I created an intro for myself. I hired somebody to make the music for me. That one show Fun, go check him out, Austin. He's the one who made the RetroDeath's intro. I hired him to design something I was extremely specific in what I wanted, and he listened to every single of my demands. Everything. We went back and forth. And I hired someone. Why not? Why not have somebody do shit that I can do? I made the visuals myself. I am pretty good at editing. So I started doing more editing, but I couldn't do sound stuff, so I hired him to do the intro. Yeah, I love editing, which is something I also did. I bought new material, I bought a new microphone, I bought editing software. I always bought editing software, but I upgraded it recently to a better editing software. Because I like editing videos. I love making videos and I love editing videos. So only since a year and a half ago I started taking this shit serious. And it's been paying off. Last year, 2016 alone already, up to this point, I gained 700 to 800 subscribers. It means I must be doing something right. So I don't really take into account the last 8 years, even though I've made incredible friends. I always wonder how many people still watch me after 8 years of uploading videos. But yeah, I've upgraded my shit, I've upgraded my quality, my equipment, my speech? Come on, my English. Oh man, when I watch those first videos and I see the way I talk, it's cringeworthy as fuck. So we're going to my first top 5 the most cringe-worthy RetroDeath moments.
Number 5. The incoherent and random thoughts about my dreams and nightmares. Where you don't really always know what to say, so you just kinda say some really weird ass fucking shit.
And besides the classroom dreams, I have other dreams. Which, as I said, you know, they can be explained. There is no consistency in the dreams. You know, 1 minute I'm at one point with a certain person, another minute I'm at another point with another person, but to me it's still the same scene. My mind makes up one movie, for example. Once I had one dream, but that one dream consisted of 14 different dreams. I'm always in myself, but it has happened to me that I was in someone else. You know, that I was me, but with my conscience, but I was someone else.
Number 4. Give Captain America a boyfriend. Planned spontaneity is never good.
Hashtag give Captain America a boyfriend.
Number 3. Any video where I look like this. And this. Number 2, a tribute to Tinkershell. Let's just call it, once something is online, you can never erase it.
Unleashed me skyless nights. Is the moon as lonely as I am?
And the number 1 most cringe-worthy RetroDeath moment. This one is an ugly color. Boasting about video games in a terrible, terrible childish manner. This excerpt always makes me want to kill myself.
First, yeah, I am showing you Mario, of course, because I have another Gear sword as well. Because real people know that these are the first. I have it in a box. I paid only $7 for this shit. So yeah, cry your eyes out, I would say. Because this was never released in America. In the United States, you do not have this game. So you better start crying. This is actually a really fun game. It's Le Chevalier du Zodiac. With those of you that watch anime, it's Senseiya.
Like I've been saying, I love making videos. But the main thing I love is watching videos. I love seeing what people do, seeing people being creative. But man, since Google took over a couple of years ago, YouTube has become so commercialized. People make videos like the TV shows and shit. Like, there's hard to find amateur shit still around, like these vloggers that you used to have. But during the years my taste has changed, and I would like to give my top 5 channel recommendations. Top 5. I mean number 5. What am I saying? Number 5. Zen Archer. Zen Archer, yes, he's gone, he is dead, he's no longer around, he can't make any more videos. I love this dude so much. The way he used to vlog, the way his philosophy on life, ah man.
Morning, afternoon, evening, as case may be, in your part of the world. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Zen Archer. And I collect pebbles. Not valuable pebbles. Not really pebbles that mean much of anything else to anybody else. Just the kind of pebbles that you find in parking lots. Maybe at a stream, or a brook, or anywhere you might be. See, pebbles are just about every place you go. And I use those pebbles as keys. Keys to memories of things that I don't want to forget. Of landmarks in my life. When things make me happy or when things make me sad. Today's one of those days. This morning, when I got my mother up and gave her breakfast, she said she was having some chest pain. And she wanted me to call the emergency room and have them come and pick her up. And so I did. So we're looking into a nursing home. And when Mom leaves the hospital this time, she'll be going somewhere else and not home. Then I have to find new arrangements for me to live. Because over the past 10 years, a substantial amount of the income that I have has been from taking care of her. So my living arrangement will also change drastically. So I collect pebbles. And I'm at the hospital today, collecting these pebbles. As a key and a reminder of today.
Now, considering Zen Archer no longer is around, I will make it fair and I will use a person who is still making videos, who I only recently learned of, and that is Simone Yates. I fucking love this chick. She is absolutely balls to the wall, crazy as shit. she makes these ridiculous robots, and she's getting a lot of traction lately, but for good reasons, because she's funny as hell, and she is, like I said, absolutely crazy.
Jenna Marbles gave me a shout out in one of her videos, and of course the only reasonable reaction to that is to build a shitty robot version of one of her dogs, Kermit. Also, I really love dogs, but I'm way too irresponsible to take care of one. This is the only plant I have to take care of. Look at it! So a robotic pet might not be too bad of an idea. There you go. This is how I court friends. Good job, Yatch. Let's just put these up your butt. Oh gosh. Jenna, tell Kermit I'm sorry. Also, this is probably the shittiest project I've ever built, just construction-wise. It uses 4 servo motors. It's like way overkill, and I pictured it at least being able to walk forward. But no, instead it just stomps around like it's contemplating whether to shit its pants or not. It just can't decide if the release is worth the loss of dignity.
Number 4, Infidel Amsterdam. Metal isn't as big as gaming on YouTube, but I still love it. I want to make metal videos. I want to watch metal videos. And Infidel Amsterdam is the #1 channel you should subscribe to if you love metal. I've learned so much from his shit alone already. He does a lot of random videos, not just reviews, and it is always a pleasure to watch.
So yeah, it's like really fucking humiliating, and I really don't think that Helmut deserves any of this, and also not the backlash that he got from people online on how he responded, because as I also said on Facebook, I really deeply respect the way that these guys responded, because they actually really didn't. You can see Helmut backing off, starting to curse in his own language, spit back at this guy and just push him away, and he just walks off trying to avoid this guy. In the meanwhile, Carl Sanders of Nile stays between these fanatics and between the fanatics and Helmut. And a lot of people said, like, why didn't he punch the lights out of that guy? You know, he's a pussy, why didn't he punch back? Well, I've never been to Russia, but I think that we can all agree that you don't want to get into trouble in Russia. You don't want to mess with authority. And you might think to yourself, like, but he gets spits in the face, you know. This group of fanatics has more influence on police and government than, for example, the Westboro Baptist Church. You know, these people are no more than the Westboro Baptist Church of Russia. Difference is that these people have more influence on the government and police than those assholes from America. But that's as far as I know. You know, these are people that hate gay people, they hate soldiers, they hate metalheads, and they think we all go to hell. Even they go to hell because even if they do God's work, we are all going to hell. So I would say, like, these guys are really shit out of luck, because they hate us all, and we're all going to hell, so we're gonna see them there.
Number 3, another metal channel, Atmospheric Black Metal. Atmospheric Black Metal uploads videos on such a regular basis. Only music, he uploads only music of Atmospheric Black Metal, Atmospheric Black Metal, Depressive Black Metal is my favorite type of metal. And this dude, he gets consent from very small bands. He uploads the music, a lot of people come to it, and I've learned so much from this channel. I've discovered so many incredible bands for Atmospheric Black Metal that I cannot not have this on my list. I watch these bands daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. I never stop listening to incredible new metal, and I discovered so much through this channel. Number two, it's a gaming channel. Mizza T. Mizza T is a gaming channel, like, there's so much hate around. So many channels that are hating on Nintendo or console gaming or PC gaming or any type of more people focus on the bad shit than the good shit, and everybody's so serious with their hate. It is so, oh man. And then there's Mizza T. Mizza T stood up back in the day for the Nintendo gamers. He made these videos trolling Nintendo haters, and it was like a breath of fresh air. And then he started doing other videos like talking about the gaming community in general. He started broadening what he did, and it's like to me he's like the voice of reason. He's so calm and composed, and he says shit exactly right without any useless information.
T is a little bit frustrated with the gaming industry and the so-called gamers out there. I've heard and seen numerous comments about how Wii U has no games compelling enough to warrant it being purchased. And this nonsense is coming from fools who went out and pre-ordered PS4s and Xbox Ones. But it's also from fools who went out and bought a Wii U day one, but knew what was coming out for the system and understood day one the innovation of the Wii U gamepad. These fools knew what games would be at launch and what was in the initial launch window. Nintendo didn't promise you Grand Theft Auto 5, they showed us Lego City. They didn't promise you Far Cry 3 or Tomb Raider, they showed us Zombie U and Darksiders 2. They already knew this. With Nintendo, we don't get CG trailers and spec demonstrations of what we hope games will look like. A tech demo from Nintendo is a rare thing, but it's an accurate thing. So knowing all that info on the games and the controller before the Wii U launched on November 19th, 2012, please tell Mr. T, what the are you crying about, fools? If you don't like the controller now, you shouldn't have liked the controller back then. You knew about the controller since E3 2011. You knew about the games since E3 2012. And you still bought the system. If you want to be mad at someone, be mad at your damn self, fools.
I found some recurring comments with similar sentiment that struck me as, well, strange. People were excited, yes, but especially and specifically about no kids. People were overjoyed, ecstatic, to find that there were no kids in the trailer. Thank God, Nintendo is finally off that kiddie shit, they proclaimed and elated. No more kiddie console. That's gonna help the Switch sell, they shouted. Well, in the comment section, to let people know that you're shouting, you type words in all caps with a ton of exclamation points. I myself chuckled as I read these comments. Finally, a big boy Nintendo console I don't have to be ashamed of. I'm quoting these comments verbatim, by the way. I wrote them down in an attempt to not shame the authors in any way. It appeared to me their insecurities about Nintendo and Nintendo's image to them were finally being addressed. I kept laughing. I thought to myself that it was sad on one hand, and on the other hand, I realized that adults were concerned about how others felt about the so-called maturity of video games that they like. Yeah. Adults seeking justification and representation of their maturity level in video games. Video games. I laughed some more, but I think the saddest part was that that's all that it took for them to feel better about being Nintendo fans. No kids in the Switch reveal trailer. Nintendo gets it now. They've grown up. LOL.
My number one most recommended, my favorite YouTube channel is Deceased Crap. This is ironic considering I fucking hate Let's Players. I hate Let's Players. Why should I watch people play all these video games that I want to play myself? What's the point? What's the point? Gaming is my hobby. I want to play video games. I collect video games. But I love gaming. But there are these handful of gamers like Proton John and Deceased Crab who play these video games nobody else plays. RetroDeath's. Deceased Crab is to me in gaming what atmospheric black metal is to metal. Through Deceased Crab I have learned of so many games that I would never learn of because he has played so many indie games before they got popular. He played shit like Cave Story, Papers, Please, Kiro Blasters, La Mulana. He made these games, he put these games in the game community, and whether he would like to admit it or not, he doesn't like this. To me, he is the original Let's Player. He plays games. People do not play because he doesn't play games because they're popular, because he wants the views. He plays games because he loves playing video games.
You don't scare me. Okay, never mind. Fix you good. Come here. Dang it. Ow. That's really vexing. Alright. You want shurikens in the face? You get shurikens in the face. Well, everyone is dead. Hope you're proud of yourselves. No, don't lose a life in Voyager mode. What would Janeway say? Get off my ship. No, don't make me do math. 8.818. Don't make me do math. That is mean. What do you shoot? The head, the legs, or the floating core? The choice is obvious. Finally! Check this out. Now we can dig. See? Dig! Dig! Ah, this jerk! Again? You picked a heck of a time to show up. Don't run this time. I hate you! Come on. I wish I knew how to maneuver him like he maneuvers me. No, don't hide in the white space. Is he trying to orbit me? What is his plan? Get back here! I hate you! Gods, I got him the second try last time, but no. I guess today deceased crab can't get... You are ridiculous! I just fought you! Come on! Hey, wanna see something neat? The light attracts these... Ah! Do I get down there? Come on over! Nope, nope, you're not invited in here. Well, this was bad. This is not how you fight this Metroid. Terrible. Just awful. I think he's dead, Jim. I'm gonna die next. I can't believe I bested him just to be killed by his cronies. Oh! You can die too! Somehow, I did it! That was your 12th. Things end, dealer.
So, while I haven't gained 100,000 subscribers in over 8 years, like I said, I only really was active since a year and a half ago, truly focusing on trying to broaden my audience, doing shit better quality and everything. I have gained so much through YouTube. I've made so many friends like Professor Headrek and Delta Knight and Brittany ASMR, and there's people that became close friends to me, that I know almost in their personal lives that we talk to normally. There's such a huge list, I couldn't just name them all. But one of the main things I have gotten during my YouTube career was engaged. People can cry about internet relationship what they want. It is possible. If you're an honest, decent person and you're good to your subscribers, you talk with your subscribers, you make friends, and you can find love even. As a person, oh man, I can't believe I actually found somebody through the shitty videos I used to do. But if you're honest, you know, I did a video a long time ago where I used music, and there was this girl who commented on my video because of the music. No, she found me through a video of because I used summoning music in the background, some kind of shitty painting video. And I did gaming videos, and she found a video, and the first comment she made was about a Zelda video I did a long time ago. That was like what? 7 years ago, 8 years ago. We've been together for 7 years now. She posted a comment on one of my videos. We started commenting through comments. We started messaging through YouTube messaging system. Then we went through emails, to chat, to live chat. She visited me. We met. We've met several times. I moved to her country. She moved back. We moved back together to another country. And we got engaged. And she also grew up with video games. She loves video games just as much as I do. She loves metal. We have so much in common, and it's been absolutely perfect. So YouTube has brought me so much through the interactions I've had with people, through my love life, through my hobbies. I just love making videos, and people say you should make like shorter videos, you should do this, you should do that. But no, I should do nothing, but I do not care. I do not want to be famous. Yeah, I love getting subscribers, and I would like to get like, I don't know, 5,000 subscribers at some point, 10,000. But it is not my main focus point, because I just love making videos. I love meeting people, I love watching people, I love interacting with people. This is why I comment a lot. This is why I reply to my comments. Because I love being here on YouTube, and I love this interaction.
I am going to the doctor, and I'm going to officially be diagnosed with depression and anxiety. That is, or at least that's the reason I'm going over there this morning. Of course, those of you who watch my videos, you know, of course, those are something I struggle with a lot.
Storm model kits, that's cool. Monopoly, Fun Factor. Some really old books. Really old stuff here. What's this? Some no Star Wars. What is this? Oh gosh.
Hey, what's up guys, it's Emily and welcome to a new video. You guys really seem to like my last week vlog. I didn't expect to get as many comments, but I'm really happy about that. I like doing this myself as well, so that's why I decided to continue. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this every week, but I'm just going to try and see how it goes. Is the album that I wanted for quite some time already, and it is Splatter Trash by Ghoul, and the artwork looks amazing. The album itself is great. I really recommend you to listen to this band, especially this album. This is what the back looks like, and of course I'm going to open the vinyl record itself because the color should be amazing.
Doctor, I think I might be a homosexual. How can you tell? Rainbows.
Something weird happened to me today, and I feel like I need to make it into a video so I can share it with you guys, so you can tell me if you think it's weird too. Ding dong, please go to cashier 2. Hi, sorry to keep you waiting. That's alright. Just this, please? That's fine, just put it on the counter. Sure. Do you have any ID? Huh? Yes. ID? What for? For this. You realize it's a picnic basket, right? Yes, but I need proof of age for the knives and the forks and the spoons. Spoons? Spoons.
How about another top 5? Why not my top 5 favorite YouTube videos? This is gonna be random as fuck. Number 5.
Now this topic is always really hot, and it's gonna be so fucking random, and maybe next week these videos would change again, but there's a couple of videos I always love watching over and over again, and a couple of these I actually do consider to be like some of my favorite YouTube videos. Number 4. Super Nintendo vs Sega Genesis. Without a doubt, my favorite Cinemassacre video. Right next to Street Fighter 210, the final fight.
8-bit sports action.
You can't do this on Nintendo Genesis.
Does.
Genesis.
Does.
Genesis.
Does.
Genesis.
Does.
Genesis does.
What Nintendo don't. By 16-bit Genesis.
Nintendo don't?
You can't do this on Nintendo, they said. Genesis does what Nintendo doesn't.
See, even as a kid, I couldn't bring myself to say Nintendo don't. But in hindsight, it was a great commercial. Just the fact that we're talking about it now means it really left an impression. It worked. I'm sure that commercial alone sold many Genesis Mega Drives. But back then, that commercial was the bane of my existence. How dare you talk about Nintendo like that? They took a cheap shot. I took it personal, as if one of my best friends just got bullied. So there I am, pissed off, making a video about it. I guess nothing's changed. So, little Jimmy, tell us why the Nintendo brand is better than Sega.
It has more games, like, wait a minute. Wait right there.
Okay.
Well, some pocket video games. Wait. Actually, this is from Tiger, but it got the ideas off of Nintendo's Simon Quest, and they got Double Dragon.
Wait. If we're talking about great classic games made by Nintendo, how about Super Mario Bros. 3 or something like that? But no, the Tiger handheld version of Simon's Quest? I still have it.
Nintendo has posters, like, here's a Nintendo poster.
Ah, take that, Sega. Nintendo's got posters.
And Nintendo has guidebooks.
You mean strategy guides?
Here, see Nintendo guidebooks?
Or Nintendo Power.
These are Nintendo characters. Look at these awesome labels for the controllers.
I still have those. And they are awesome.
The power gun allows you to shoot at characters on the Nintendo screen.
That's the zapper, but they should have called it the power gun, like the power glove and the power pad.
Well, the power pad.
Yeah, you got it.
Giant controller.
Okay, you got that? Reasons why Nintendo is better than Sega. Tiger handheld Simon's Quest, posters, guidebooks, characters, controller stickers, power gun, and power pad. Boom! In your face, Sega!
Number 3. Omoide wa Okusanman. I fucking love this video. A video based on Mega Man. Now, even though I always am one who prefers Wily Stage 1 from Mega Man 1, this is still a great fucking song, and the vocals made to this song together with the Flash animation put together is absolutely fucking perfect and almost describes any gamer's life who has been gaming since they were a kid. This video is fucking gold and it tugs on my fucking heartstrings. Number 2, Tomska, Edgeworld. These people fucking created my life. I love animations on YouTube. What people can do, it is absolutely amazing. And somehow Snowballs just always stuck with me. This thing is brutally funny. It is my kind of humor because it makes no sense and it's just so over the top stupid.
Ow! Ow! Was that a rock? This is a snowball fight, not a rock fight. No rocks or I won't play anymore. Put it down. Okay. Ow! That's a knife! It's in my chest! I can see you doing that! Stop it! What's wrong with... Ow! What? You shot me! With a gun! That's a gun! Where do you even get a gun? Where were you hiding at this whole time? I want to have good, clean fun in the snow, and you... Okay, what the fuck? Is this a grenade?
Number 1. My all-time favorite YouTube video, and this makes no fucking sense. It is not even that clever, it is not that funny. I didn't even know what the fuck RuneScape was until like years after I've already been looping this fucking video. I thought this was some cheap CGI animation thingy somebody quickly threw together. I didn't even know it was a real game. But I love the message behind it. This fucking smug motherfucker with the catchy song. It is so good, and I play this song still on a regular basis. It is just too good.
I was toting my staff along the shiny Wizard's Tower Road when along came a newbie with a bright greenish colored toad. If you're going to Wizard's Tower, come with me, we can stride. So I followed that young noob, and then we settled down inside. He asked me if I'd seen a road with so much dust and sand. I said, listen noob, I've traveled every road in this here land. I've been everywhere, noob. I've been everywhere, noob. Crossed the deserts bare, noob. I've breathed the mountain air, noob. Travel, I've had my share, noob. I've been everywhere. I've been a tree, no Karanja, Shiloh, Bounty Hunter, Apatoa, Falador, Gal Wars, Cast, Upper Relica, Dig, Side, Tower, Lee, Sarah Tower, Calify, Camelot, at the Badger Village, Artugan, Ardoganer, Dogan. I've owned everything, noob. I've owned everything, noob. I've killed the biggest bear, noob. I've shot the bolt of air, noob. Fighting, I've had my share, noob. I've owned everything. I've owned small news, big news, short news, tall news, sticky news, stupid news, fast news, slow news, hot news, cold news, green news, blue news, wall news, king news, mid news, high news. Holy crap, that is one big noob. I will kill him too. So you see, young noob, I have been everywhere. I've killed everything. I am better than you.
Nerd.
Man, I'm getting so dizzy and fucked up just talking about all this shit, bringing up these memories, all these YouTubers that are no longer around, that I used to watch for so long, people that are still around, that I'm still watching to this day. YouTube is... Many people come to YouTube to make it their career, to make money off of it, but it's a hobby for me, it's a real hobby. I love interacting with people, watching their videos, spending late at night in the dark, comfy with some tea, wrapping up inside a blanket in these fall, autumny, winter times, watching YouTube videos. Just, man, YouTube is better than TV. I can see what I want, when I want it, I can make what I want, I can voice my opinions, I can interact with people, debate with people. I've done it all. The only thing I haven't done yet really is podcasts. Mainly because people don't invite me. But it's like, I love YouTube, and I just want to thank you guys who see in me what I see in others. Like I said, I've been watching some of these people like Deceased Crab and Cinemassacre and vloggers like Color Me Amy and Chemical Jordan and people who are no longer around. I've followed people for so many years. I want to thank the audience that watches the RetroDeath's videos, who see in me what I see in other people, who get some of the satisfaction out of watching my videos, who like sitting at home comfortably watching my videos. Like, I know there's a couple of people who have been with me for years, and not many people always voice that they're around, but I know some of you have been around since the start. And so many people who since recently started watching me, who love watching me. I've had like 2 or 3 people say that I'm one of their favorite YouTube channels. This blows my mind. And it is an absolutely amazing feeling. And it's humbling to say the least. So thank you guys for sticking with me for these past 8 years of making videos. Thank you for sticking with me since yesterday, for those who only recently subscribed. I thank you from the bottom of my heart that you watch and enjoy my content, because I love making videos.
And now for the top 5 most recommended / best RetroDeath videos. Number 5. This video took so much work and I still love the way it turned out. It could have been better, but I still feel it deserves a top 5 position. My favorite video game sound effects.
Body Harvest. Body Harvest is an open world N64 game. Fuck yes, open world N64 game. It's created by what Rockstar is now, I think, by the old team. They were called like the something, I can't think of it. Yes, it's about an alien. It's about Earth. You travel through time, and you have to stop an alien infestation. You go through houses, you ride cars, you shoot bugs, you do so much shit, but it's all about exploration. When you're outside in the world, everything is chaos, boom boom, everything happens all the time, you have to pay attention, and it's a hard fucking game. But when you go inside the houses, they're like these safe havens, and you talk to people, and you look through this stuff, and this game has 2 of the most relaxing, most satisfying sounds in the world. It's such a relaxing, satisfying sound. It's just relaxing. And one of my all-time favorite sound effects in any game, basically, because a lot of games use this, is turning pages. Simulated book page turning. Yeah, and people say we're living in a digital world. Ha! Fuck people! Book page turning in Body Harvest is my favorite book page turning sound in any video game. Number 4. This is one of the most recent videos in this list. My top 3 favorite metal albums from Amorphous. A series I'm so glad I brought back, and I felt this episode flowed really nicely and showed me why I want to do this more, because talking about metal is fucking amazing. So my all-time favorite perfect Amorphous album, and not just that, one of my all-time favorite metal albums in general ever. Tales from a Thousand Lakes. Tales from the Thousand Lakes is absolutely fucking goddamn perfect. Now once again you had Tommy Hudson, Pasi Koskinet, and now we go to Tomi Koivusari. And his voice is so good. His growling is absolutely perfect. He can do shit with his voice and I still don't know how he does it. The tones he reaches and the notes he keeps up with. But this album is so fucking dark. I love everything, and the lyrics are absolutely beautiful, perfect. The growling, like I said, is one of my favorite parts of this album, and obviously of Tomi Koivusari's talents in this album. Number 3. Video game remakes and remasters can be a great thing. This video is one I had planned for so long, and it took me so long to really find images to put together. I'm a bit sad. The main thing that hurts me is that somehow the sound while editing got twisted in the segment of Strider, but this video became absolutely amazing, and it became absolutely everything I wanted it to be, and it deserved a top 3 position. One of my all-time favorite NES games ever, the best NES game in my opinion, is, and still is, Bionic Commando. Bionic Commando
is the best NES game ever made. The music, the gameplay is absolutely perfect. The fact that you can jump and you swing your arm, and it's so much fun going through the levels, the final boss shit, and the weapons you unlock, the progression through the game, the neutral zones, everything. This game is absolutely fucking perfect. When I learned that a couple of years ago by now they remade this game from scratch in 3D, holy shit! Number 2, my favorite Super Nintendo games. This was a video response to Craig from TV and Lust, and I'm so happy he made that video because I love this video. It turned out so good. The way how I tried following in Craig's footsteps and really blend my personal life with my love for video games, and the way I talked about the Super Nintendo here while showing the gameplay with the music, even re-watching this video makes me feel good. Then we go to, once again, back to my older brother. The Super Nintendo is the system we bonded over the most. I have 3 brothers. I have a younger brother and 2 older brothers, and my oldest brother and me. The Super Nintendo is where I was at. We would be gaming this every single second of free time we had. And one of the games we absolutely loved is Legend. It's not a good game. Hurricane, it's not a good game. It's a standard beat 'em up type game like you had all over the place, like Double Dragon and Battletoads and all of that stuff. It is extremely ridiculously simple. Player 1 plays a dude with a sword, like a barbarian type person. Player 2 plays a dude with an axe, which was always me, which is where my love for axes comes from. And it is extremely boring. There's not a lot of special moves you can perform, not a lot of variety in the moves, in the levels, but the music of this game, and just when I boot this up, I actually have more fun still playing this now than I do Sparkster, for example, because it just means it brings back so many memories of me and my oldest brother playing the Super Nintendo with this music. It's just... And my number 1 best, most recommended RetroDeath video, How I Got Into Metal, Story of a Bullied Kid. It's interesting that I don't make enough metal videos, but when I do, I feel they are so good. I love my metal videos, so I want to do more of them. And this video perfectly does what the previous one did for video games. It perfectly blends in the way I grew up, the way I discovered metal, the way I evolved through metal, with extreme personal information, the stories I tell, and they fucking still hurt to this day. And I feel this video flows nicely, it looks good, and it tells everything you need to know about who I am. And when I moved back to Holland, I was like a teen, you know. I started out in my 14s, and I was bullied. I was bullied a lot, like not the kind of, you know, kick me signs on the back, the actual physical punching daily, and it broke me. It really broke me. I was just this little geeky guy and shit, never really combed my hair and shit. I didn't care. Not that I comb my hair, well, I take care of it, but it's different with long hair. And it was mainly one dude, and this one dude made my life living hell. I honestly wish him dead. You know that thing when people say when shit happens to them, and they tell you, you wouldn't wish that upon your worst enemy. Those people clearly never had a worst enemy. That dude made my life fucking awful. And I wish him dead every day. And up until this day, I still hope he dies. He's a fucking asshole and he doesn't deserve to live. But having an audience seriously makes it more fun to do, makes it more entertaining. Like, I'm getting more out of it. Like, it's not like I'm putting shit out there, I'm getting something back from it. And the interactions do that. Watching videos do that. But having my channel means something like that to say, even if it's like a small handful of people, like I said, there's only 1700 subs. But even having a small handful of people, like only like the 10, 20, 100 people that watch my videos, like I have an average of 100 videos, average of 100 viewers, but having people watch my videos, it's amazing. And while I don't have like 10,000 subs, 100,000 subs, or 1 million subs, I will never get 1 million subs, but I love each and every one of the people that do watch my videos. And even if nobody would watch my videos, I just love making videos. I'll stick around. I'm not going anywhere. I'm doing this not for the views. I see many people quit making videos because they don't get enough views out of it. I just love making videos. And I love it how there's so many people who love watching me. Thank you guys for watching. And stay real. Stay real.
That's the end. Roll credits. I said roll credits. I said roll credits!
All things end, dealer.